Welcome to the Old Stream Farm, episode 14, with me, Mr. Sealy P. You join me partway through making a batch of total mixed ration, or power food, whatever you want to call it. Brantner's already there. I bought over some straw that I had in storage because I haven't got any straw bales yet. And put that in, 4,000 litres. I'm on the second load. This crane is brilliant. My second load of silage. Chickens go away. Which will bring up to 4,000 litres of that. Like so. Now, pop that to one side. I did say I was waiting for, not waiting for, but I was going to install a bale fork mod, and I have done just that. If you go to front loaders, it's a Stoll large bale fork H. You'll see why in a second. It's only 850, which is pretty good, and it's by Desperados93. Should come in quite handy. I'm not quite sure how the Kramer's going to deal with this because of the weight, but we will see. Now, what's good about this, you can split between, let's go onto the light we can see. You can split between the front attachment or the vehicle. If I go to vehicle, I've got my usual, movement I can do. If I go to the front attachment, all of a sudden nothing works, left and right shutter button. But if I press left one, it gives me up and down, which lifts up those two prongs, which means that you can pick up a much bigger stack of bales without them falling off backwards. That's why it's a H, which as you can see there. Drop that right down or lift it right up. Now, the question is, it's all well and good, but will the Kramer be able to take the weight? That I don't know, because to make up this mixed ration I need 2 grass bales to go in here, so we're about to find out whether or not the Kramer can cope. So now let's switch back to the vehicle. Actually, that's not bad. I thought it might struggle. I mean, it might still do. It looks like it's a bit light on the back, but it's not doing too bad so far. How that's going to be as I get higher, I don't know. So it might mean I should have just stuck with the... Oh, I don't know, that's not too bad. Let's see how we get on. Let's just drop that down. That's one. That's the other. We have total mixed ration. And the other great thing is, if I just pop that down, switch to the front, and which one was it? Drop those right down. Switch back. If I just drop that off for a second. The other thing I found with this Kramer, and again, I'm not sure, it was okay when it was empty, don't know how it's going to be full. It will also hook up to this, which means everything I need to do, whoa, yeah, doesn't like that full. Okay then, we'll go with the tractor. It does hook up, but it's going to need some serious weight over the front axle for that to be okay. That's a pity. Never mind, I like to say, you live and learn. I'm going to put another load of total mixed ration in for the cows, because I'm going to buy some more cows. So I'm going to need to do a little bit more as well. I'll need to put some more grass in, they'll need more water, they'll need more hay, not hay, straw bedding. But that's the intention. The bale fork, actually I can put it with all the rest of my stuff, can't I? Although the bales are over here, if I keep all the front load of stuff together, at least I know where it all is, then there'll be no confusion. Well, there might be, but that's only me getting confused, no one else. Pop that up there. Out of the way. Excellent. Probably going to need the bucket as well. Just to move out of the way. And I'll grab the Brantner because I'm going to need what straw I've got left in storage for bedding for the cows. So what I will do is grab a tractor, grab that total mix ration. Should have gone the other way, don't know why I went that way. Grab some bedding. Straw. That's all I've got left. That's why I need field 4 to be ready. Well, that's it. Right, tractor. Let's go and grab this mixed ration. Better. So much nicer when your vehicle doesn't tip backwards. Okay. Need to come at this from a different angle. Constantly avoiding the chickens, it would seem. That's better. Okay. Right. Why has that done that? Can't change the tip site. You can. Oh my days, please tell me that actually went in. I just haven't just lost all of that. That's better. Not convinced. I don't know though, at the moment, yeah. But that's all about to change. So, let's open this door up. Let's just always around here, open the gate up. And more cows. Go with another 10 to start off with. Confirm? Yes. So all the contracting I did overnight in the previous episode, I think when I started off that night kind of contracting, I was on about 317,000 I had in the bank. Took me up to about 440 something, or whatever it worked out at. So I managed to get the Kramer, I've got the bale fork, and I've now bought 10 more cows. And I've still got more left in than I had when I started, so that contracting was well worth it. If I check now back in here, as you can see, all of it's gone down, so I'm going to need to clean them out. They're going to need water, they're going to need bedding, they need grass. Silage and hay is okay, but the power food will need topping up. Just close this gate. I wanted to open it again to bring the water through, but I might do it through here actually. We'll see. Alright, jump in here. Let's see if it will allow me to unload the rest. It's taken all of it, but that's expected. Right. Swing this round. Whoops. Now, I did get stung overnight for the lease of the auto stack. Forgot I had it. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but at midnight I had to just pay the additional fee. Let's park this up. And quick check how we're looking now. That's not too bad. So we don't need grass, going to need straw and water. The straw bedding I've got in here, that needs to come this side. But it should mean that our milk production should double now, because I'm up to 20 cows from 10. Right. So, unload. That's right, didn't take all of it. That's good. That's that done. Water will be next. Try and get the right angle on this. It's going to be tight. There we go. So I will continue to fill up everything, feed them. A combination of fill up and feed, doesn't matter which. Let's pop that back in there. It's not very much of it, but there you go. And then we can move on to the next job, hopefully. The moment has come to crack open the TC5.90. Haven't done it yet. But it needs to stretch its legs now. I've got to work out a way through here. So I haven't got a trailer. Mind, just only a very narrow head, isn't it? It's not going to cause too many problems, in all honesty. And I'm going to go into the field outside the farm. Field number 1. Which is just here. Soybean is selling at the moment for about 1,400 for 1,000 litres. So that's not too bad. Let's open this up. I think the header's probably alright. And get this going, shall we? It's not going to be a massive yield, let's be honest. It's a small field, but... and it wasn't ploughed either. So once this is done, plough will come out and we'll get it ready for the next cycle. It's one of those kind of catch-22s with soybean, isn't it? Yield's not great, but it pays very well, which works very well on much bigger fields where you can get a much bigger yield, but it's not a problem. When you think the effort you put into it, it actually works out more profitable doing some contracting, in all honesty. But hey, it's our own field. Yeah, this yield is really low. Never mind. I thought I'd do a little bit from inside. I don't often. If I miss any, I'll just go back and tidy it up. And I shall carry on. And this is it. Last little bit. Now, we've only got not even 3,800 litres. This wasn't ploughed, as I've already said. So what I'm going to do, I originally had the Fortuna trailer out, but I don't need that much. I really don't need it. Sadly. What I'm going to do is make a note of this. 3,759 litres, and then when I plough it, I'm going to put soybean back in it. I'm going to do all the same as I did before, the 3 fertiliser states. Next time I harvest it, see how much difference the yield is. That's kind of the idea. Just unload this though. It's the only downside to these small harvesters. Much as they are actually quite handy on the smaller fields and for getting around and that kind of thing, the only downside, their transfer rates through the auger pipes are so low. They're very, very slow and take a long time to unload. Obviously the bigger harvesters are clearing a huge amount now. I probably could do with the trailer, because I just realised, yep, that was going to happen. The vehicle would come and I won't get up there. But even that said, if I had a trailer, it would still be quite wide, the harvester. I'll bring up here because field number 10 is also ready. So I'll quickly jump out. This is ready to go, and this was canola, oilseed rape. This will be stored because this is going to be used for pig food. So it doesn't matter how much of this I get, this will be stored. And I'm probably going to need the Fortuna for this, because this was ploughed. So that's what I'll do with that. So the harvester's here, ready to go. I am going to get a header trailer at some point. I might even consider doing an absolute mountain of what do you call it? Contracting and get a different harvester. A slightly big one. I mean, not massive, just a slightly larger one than this. Maybe. So, where am I going? Oh yes, the case. Jump in the case, if I don't get run over, and go and sell what soybean I've got. Off to the store. Not the store. The garden centre, whatever you want to call it. Okay then. So let's see what we get. It's not going to be a huge amount, but it's a bit of extra money. All adds up. What we're looking at, it should be around 5,343. That's not bad actually. 5 grand for not even 4,000 litres. Okay. It doesn't seem very much for all that effort, but oh well. I'll head back and we'll crack on with the next harvest on field number 10. Right, field 10. Let's get cracking. I am thinking I'm going to invest in a cultivator because ploughing you only need to do once in every 3 cycles, like 3 harvests. I don't want to be ploughing every single time. There's just no need to. So yeah, I'm thinking a cultivator. I'm going to need one. I wasn't going to bother, but I don't want to plough every single time. Also, once the cows are producing enough liquid manure, going to get a slurry spreader because I do want to do that as well. I did say that on kind of episode 1, I think, or yeah, whichever episode it was. So try a few different things I don't normally do. I have to say, I don't know if it's me, but I don't know if it's just the settings. I know the fields are small, but the yields seem incredibly low. But then I suppose, to be fair, this is a very narrow header. I think on different maps you get used to upgrading to bigger harvesters with massive headers, and obviously they're raking in a massive amount each pass. This is going to be far, far less because it's a much narrower header. So I suppose it's just getting your head around what's actually happening, isn't it? A much bigger harvester in some of these fields, it's not going to cope. It just will not get round. Might just end up sticking with this one, you know. Don't know. Never thought to hear myself say that. I'm not going to upgrade my harvester. What? Right, so I shall continue. I don't know whether I might start going up and down because as I get steeper up this up the side of this hill, it's going to get very unbalanced. I'm not sure it's going to like it. And harvesting's harvesting. You saw me do it on field 1, but it does need doing. Now it seems to me every time I think I'm going to need the Fortuna trailer, I'm wrong. By a long way. I'm baffled, I really am. Never mind. Turn it off. But it's all going to go towards feed. I mean, this farm is not going to be a... It's not an arable farm, in so much as... not like some of the others, which are kind of like farm estates, where you've got multiple farms on the map, and you've got, you know, it's massive. Lawfolge is a huge map, and, you know, Goldcrest Valley, and some of them, they're just big maps. Sosnovka is massive. And you get used to those big, big fields. Your mentality then becomes one of being used to big harvests and huge trailers and articulated lorries hauling backwards and forwards and that kind of thing. And this one, this is not the case. This is more likely now, looking at the way this is going so far, I'll go straight across the field. It's my field. This is going to be livestock. Building up your cows. The fields are going to be used for growing crops to feed your animals. At the end of the day, you know, there'll be a bit of contracting work here and there. Your big field, looking at the map, the one that I've done that's now got corn in, over at field 5, that's a big field, and I can extend it further if I want to into this area here. The other one that I can do, if I buy them both, would be 12 and 13. There's a kind of join here, would be to plough through that and have a slightly larger one there as well. And looking here on the one I've just harvested on 10, I could almost double the size of this one. There's 3 or 4 trees along this line here, so as you come up the brow of the hill, I could make this field bigger. But realistically, the field prices aren't that bad. So what I'm thinking, I could even extend 4 out into this field. I might buy 3. 6 isn't bad. 6 is another one that's got a few trees here. You could probably take 3 or 4 trees out, plough straight across, and this will make a nice sized field. So, you know, there's a few options for some larger fields. And it's going to require a bit of work, but realistically, yeah, you're going to be looking at feed for your animals, which is no bad thing. It's just a different style of gameplay, which I think is actually quite refreshing, because you get kind of used to doing it a certain way, you know. Anyway, it may not be your cup of tea. You might be one of those people, you want as many tractors on a map as you can fit, and you want multiple harvesters, and you know, and it's that big kind of agricultural, you know, a huge farm estate. That's great. And that, I think, is going to do for the time being. Now the question is, I'll bring that tractor, the Puma, back in a bit. I need to get some more in here, fill this up, because I've got an idea of something I want to do. It's not, you know, not a massive job, but again, something different for the map that I haven't done on any other maps before. I won't go into that just yet, but and then there's the pigs. No pigs yet, and I'm thinking I've got all the crops I need to actually get pigs and get them going. I am thinking of getting maybe a slightly larger harvester. So yeah, bit more. I haven't done any forestry actually as well on this one. Again, the downside with that is to get decent forestry equipment. Leasing it's not cheap either. But there's the forest up there. There's the forest over by field G7 or field 5, whichever one I call it. Another one I've ploughed out up there. Over there as well. There's, you know, there's plenty more to be getting on with. That was the other thing as well. Right, once I've done that, back up to the store. The huge ploughs up there. I need to do something with that. I shall continue. Mini crops. Yeah, I haven't checked the eggs for a while. Let's get the eggs, shall we? While we're here. Okay, I can't understand when there are literally 50,000 chickens around this yard. Everywhere you go there are chickens and they're not laying anything. I don't know. Let's get this back and unload it. 5,250 litres. Okay, get the trailer away. I've decided to keep the aquatrans over here actually, because leaving it in either the cow field or the sheep field or wherever, you've got to then go and get it when you need it. Putting it here is kind of equidistant between cows there, sheep there, pigs there. So if you do need water, come and get it. It's right next to the water thing if you need to fill it up, and then just take it to wherever you need it. Just kind of makes more sense that way. What do I want now? Yeah, New Holland. I'm going to whiz up to the store. This all had a wash after the seeding on field 5. This and the seeder, because they were absolutely filthy. Right. Let's get rid of it. 38,515. So I'm going to go back to the original one I had, the SJ9. So I'm actually, although I kind of lost money, this isn't going to technically cost me anything. I'm 8,000 up, if that makes sense, does it? Anyway, I'm going to go with the SJ9 SR again. It's just easier to move around. It takes a little bit longer to do the bigger fields, but that's no big deal. It's going to be far, far easier. Right, get this back over to field 1. That needs ploughing. Need to think about a cultivator potentially. Maybe a new harvester. I can see myself doing a lot of contracting through the night again. Actually, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not going to be through the night, is it? It's through the day, if there's anything to do. Okay. Let's get on with this. And see what difference it makes when we do the next harvest on this, on soybean. If we get more than 3,000, is it 3,759 litres? I can't remember now. I will go back when I do the editing and check and make a note of it. I think possibly a couple of headlands might not be a bad idea. Right, let's get this done. Okay, so I've been pretty busy. I came over to field 10 to plough, and thought, after what I said earlier, there was a grass field this side and there were 3 trees separating it. So I came up, Brantner, chopped down the trees into small lumps, got rid of them, and now just grinding the 3 stumps out. So I've released the stump grinder again. There we go. And then just plough out the last little bit. And that, as they say, I keep saying that, sorry, and that's done. What I did find out as well was this end of the field, there's an entrance exit, we're going to call it, so I can get in either end, which is fine. What I'm going to do, very, very quickly, jump back into the T8. Only downside is those bushes there, you can't plough out, but it doesn't matter, the crops will grow around it. Drop that down. No, hang on. Set it on allow create fields. And there we go. I've doubled the size of the field, which is all good. Just need to make sure I get this just right here to kind of join up. And there we go. Field 10 is considerably bigger than it was before. I mean, it's still not massive, but it is bigger. So I'll get the equipment back. And yeah, I'm not sure what my next job's going to be. I will give it some thought. Right, just got back from field 1, field 10. After the ploughing's been done, field 10's been extended. They're now fertilised and good to go. Other good news is field 4, you can just see behind, over the top of the buildings, is ready. So, harvest, straw swaths, baling. That's the next step. That's the end of this episode. Hope you liked it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.